Good morning. As you can see, it snowed. It's like a blizzard this morning and it all just melted right away. But before we get into the training, we're gonna have ourselves a little snow day.
Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were. Old man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you were.
Hey, Lewis. You didn't go low.
When I was tackling the snowman, my glasses fell off and took us forever to find them. They were in the snowman somehow, but one of the lens popped out. We're not finding that thing, man. I'm in the future right now, but I want to run y'all through my chest, shoulders, and biceps day, kind of give y'all an understanding what my weightlifting looks like instead of my running. And then after that, we'll get into the running. So here it is.
It's been a while since I could hold my head up high, and it's been a while since I first saw you, and it's been a while since I can stand on my own 2 feet again, and it's been a while since I could call you.
Let's see how much sweat I can wring out of my shirt after running 10 miles and get it nice and tight. There it is. This week has been tough. Doing 10 miles on the treadmill, did another 4 last night, almost 5 at 10 p.m. on the treadmill. My legs are dying, but this is the peak phase of the program and I just got to get through it. 2 more weeks, we'll start our deload and we've got the marathon. So I hit up my friend Mariana at Top View Fitness. It's a gym I go to here and there. She's a personal trainer, I'm sorry, not personal trainer, physical therapist. And she's the fucking goat. So she's gonna help me out with some of my soreness and stuff like that. Just help me feel better once or twice a week until the marathon. So hopefully that helps out a lot because your boy really needs it. It is Friday. We are nearing the end of the week. Training has been amazing. We are in the peak phase of the training program, I guess, that Garmin gives me. We're 20 miles in this week. Last week I did 20 miles and I was dying. So to be 20 miles in and I still have another run tomorrow and I skipped one this week. Kind of crazy. I should be around 30 miles by the end of the week. I may run today even though it's my rest day because I kind of feel like it. But before we get into those runs, I have an unboxing. Boom. Now you may be wondering, Matt, what are you doing? What sort of addiction are you feeding right now? And you know, I am at a point in life where running is taking up the majority of my life, right? So I had to get more shoes. We got some Nikes. I've been wanting these for a very long time, but I didn't buy them because of my New York trip, right? Needed to save some money. But now that your boy's back up, not really, I got the shoes. So today, or tomorrow, I don't know, depending on when I run, we will be wearing the Nike Vomero 18 Plus. I got the whites. People were telling me don't get white, they get dirty quick. Yeah, well, I have size 14 feet and they were very limited colorways because I missed out on them, and it is what it is. I still think the white looks super, super sexy. I'm super excited to have just another basic running shoe because I have my carbons that I run in, but those mess with my freaking feet and they hurt sometimes. Shouldn't be running in carbons all the time. So I got some new ones to also give the Hokas some rest. So I'm super excited to try those on, get a run in with them. And we may do that tonight, we may do that tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a Vlexen run. For those of you who don't know, there's a man in El Paso named Alex Galindo. He owns a company called VLXN, Visualize, Lead, Experience, and Nurture. Love him. He hosts an 8-mile long run, not every Saturday, but he has one tomorrow. Me and the boys love going. We love him. He's super supportive of us, super cool guy. And so we're gonna hit that tomorrow morning. We're definitely gonna hit that in these. I may actually end up doing my threshold run during that long run. We'll see though, it's kind of super hilly. So we'll see. I may just end up doing 2 runs tomorrow because who knows? But yeah, super excited to get these on the feet, try them out. The week's almost done, the training's almost done. Hopefully you guys liked what you've seen so far. We hit that 10-miler on the treadmill. That was so boring, but had to get it done anyways. It was too darn cold outside. Been running on the treadmill a lot lately, and sometimes it's therapeutic, sometimes it's boring. But overall, I'd rather run outside. It's way too hot in the gym. I sweat way too much. I leave that thing so wet and disgusting. It's gross. I'd like to eventually maybe get to a cooler, better looking gym. There's one that my friends go to called Iron Gods. It's definitely a better aesthetic. I would be a lot more comfortable recording myself in there because there's usually not a lot of people. So we'll see what kind of videos come along the way. This is obviously a learning process, and we'll go from there. So I went out last night and I got a little too drunk and didn't make the long run. We're not gonna let that stop me. It's happened to me before where I've gotten drunk on a Friday night. I missed the Saturday long run with the boys. It's whatever. They call me a pussy. They're right. But we're still gonna get a run in. We're gonna get around 7 miles. That's what the program has. It changed from a threshold run to a base run that's almost an hour long. Let's do this thing. All right, pretty intense week. Got in almost 27 miles on the week, which is the most amount of miles I've ran in a week. No, I did have a 30-mile ultra marathon day, but I'm not really counting that. Apart from that, I feel pretty good. The legs are just a little tight, but thankfully I've got Mariana doing my physical therapy for me until marathon, and I honestly feel really good. Coming into my prep, I felt like I was gonna get a sub 4, pretty confident in the fact that I'd get a sub 4, but as I've continued to train, I think I can get a sub 3. I'm fairly confident in my ability to get a sub 3 this marathon. I looked at the race details, the elevation, the distance, everything, and it doesn't look too bad. I think it's really flat, and then towards the middle, it has a lot of incline, goes back to flat, and then you come back the same way. So it's really just that incline I've got to worry about, making sure the legs still feel good during that. But apart from that, I'm ready. I've got my training dialed in. Today I wanted to talk about my loss of muscle mass during the increase in running. I used to be fairly strong. I could bench press 225 pounds for 8 reps, My 1 rep max was 285. And now I know there's plenty of guys who can lift a lot more than me, but I was very happy with where I was. I could deadlift 405, squat 315, and now I am probably at like half those numbers. It sucks. I've lost a lot of muscle mass. I'm not filling out shirts the way I used to. My legs are smaller, they're skinnier. It led to me being kind of negative minded, and it really affected me, especially when I would go to the gym and I couldn't lift the weights I used to lift, and it would just kind of put me in a bad mood because I felt like I was doing so well running, lifting, and eating right, but that just wasn't the case. Started doing some research. My goal was to lose some weight, right? I wanted to lose fat, and it's a lot easier said than done trying to lose fat while maintain your muscle mass. And so I started doing research, and lo and behold, I'm like eating nowhere near enough carbs for how much I'm running, causing my body to eat away at my muscle mass and thus losing strength, right? So what I've started doing this past week is actually eating a lot more, but eating intuitively and understanding, okay, I have this run today or tomorrow, I'm gonna eat this amount of carbs, make sure I have the energy for it so my body's not eating away at the muscle, and I can still lose fat. I'm still in a deficit, and it's actually been working very well. I used to struggle. I would sit at 205 to 208 pounds, and I'd fluctuate, and I couldn't lose more. I just could not. I was tracking calories on my phone. It wasn't working. And so I just deleted the app. I deleted the app, and I told myself I was just gonna eat intuitively. I was gonna eat until I was full, and then not eat until I was hungry again. And that's what I've been doing. I've also been incorporating more carbs, but more light on calorie carbs, like whole foods. Whole foods are so light on calorie for what they provide you nutritionally. Potatoes, fruits, vegetables, so low on calorie. You can eat so many of them. You can get your carbs in. They'll make you feel full, and they won't actually lead to a large increase in weight gain. So I've increased all the carbs I'm eating. I'm back to eating fruit bowls every day. I'll eat almost a whole potato every day, ensuring that my body has the energy it needs to keep the glycogen stores up when I need them, and for my body to not be eating away at my muscle mass. And hopefully I can start to gain my muscle mass back as I continue to eat right and do everything right. I wanted to also talk about the mental aspect of that. Like I said earlier, I was really struggling with it, knowing that I have been stronger, I have been bigger, but I was talking to my mom about it, and she put it into a good perspective. She said, Matt, were you able to run like this when you were that strong, when you were that big? 1 year ago, were you able to run 26 miles a week? No. I was lucky to run 5 miles a week, and my legs would probably hurt. I remember back in August, I had a 13-mile day, and it was split up between 3 different runs. It was a long run in the morning, and then we went to another event, and we had our own event at night, and it equaled 13 miles. My legs were destroyed. Like, they hurt so bad. Now, a 13-mile run to me is fairly easy if I just keep my carbs up. I can go out and do that right now. So that helps with the mental aspect of it, of I can freaking run so much better than I could a year ago and even 6 months ago. And so the loss of muscle mass is also a gain in my ability to run. So I gave up one thing for another, and that's just how life works. Not unfortunately, because I think that's good. It's a good way to learn lessons and just see the value in life in certain things. Is you must give up something to gain another. But I think just seeing Luke Hopkins, Fonzie, Nick Bear, those people are able to maintain their muscle mass while staying lean and running so much, over 60 miles a week. And to me, it's jaw-dropping. Like, how can they do that and maintain all that muscle mass? But I also realized they have been lifting for so much longer than I have. They started weightlifting at 13, 14, and they've built up that muscle mass to where now their body just maintains it. Plus, they eat right. They have the money to afford to eat right, get all their nutrients and supplements if they need to. And they have coaches who are telling them what to do, how to eat, when to eat. So they just have so much more experience, money, time, and the ability and availability to make sure they are dialed in. But I'm only 21. I'm learning these things already, so I know when I am their age, I may not be as big, I may not be as fit, but I'm pretty damn confident that I will be. I may not be, but I will be. And that's the mindset for right now. So thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you happen to like it, please subscribe. My dream is to not have to work a 9 to 5, right? So thank you very much for watching. Y'all have a good day.